talk about photography. Photography is very, very important because it is the first thing that's going to get someone to notice your product. Now, do you have to be a photographer to sell on Etsy? No. Do you have to have the best pictures? No. Do you have to have quality pictures? No. Do not let the fact that you do not have great pictures or that you're not a photographer stop you from listing your products on Etsy. You do not have to have perfect product photography, but what you do need to have is clean photography. Just think clean. And I'm going to explain to you guys what that is. For example, for my shop, I am in no way am I a photographer, but I have very clean photography. The first thing that I have is I have a decent camera, a clear camera. I use my camera phone, okay? These days, most camera phones, they give out good, clear pictures. So feel free to use your camera phone. And on your camera phone, you should also have a timer. So instead of taking pictures of your products going snap, 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 you can actually set up your timer so that you can get the best angles on whatever you're trying to take a photo of. Now, with a clean picture, the first thing that you're going to need is a clean backdrop. For example, you don't want to take pictures of your products in your living room and you can see your couch, your kids' toys, the TV, blankets, and just stuff everywhere. Do not do that. You also don't want to take pictures in your house and you know that a room isn't clean, or take pictures in your bathroom. It's just unprofessional. What you can do is just get you a clear background. Whether it's a wall, a white background, a piece of fabric, like a velvet piece of fabric, the ground, grass, a wood table, anything that's just clean and not busy, that's a great background. The next thing that you want to do is you actually want to focus on the product itself. Make sure that people can tell what it is and that they can see it from different angles. So if you're selling something that has a front, a back, and a side, take pictures of the front, the back, and the side so that people can see. For example, let's say you're selling cookies. People want to know how big your cookies are. So take pictures of your cookies next to something, a common object such as a quarter. That way I know how big your cookie is if I see the quarter sitting next to it. Those are just tips. You don't have to do that. If you're selling clothing, take a picture of the fabric so that people can see the texture of the fabric. They can't feel it, so it's good for them to see the texture. If you're selling, if you have a zipper, take a picture of the zipper. If you're selling a briefcase, take a picture of the closure, the flaps. Whatever you're selling, just make sure that you have pictures to where people can actually see the product, since they can't visit a store or see the product in person. That'll really, really help with your sales. Another thing that you want to keep in mind is the lighting. I personally do not like house lighting. Whatever lighting is in your house, do not use that because it'll show up yellow and it'll show up kind of dingy looking, and we don't want that. The best lighting to use is natural sunlight. If you're going to take pictures in your house, open up your curtains, open up the blinds so that you can let the natural light from the outside in. Or you could just go outside and take pictures on your sidewalk or up against the wall. The best natural lighting is when it's an overcast. Well, what is an overcast? An overcast is basically a very, very cloudy day where the clouds block the sun. I know personally for my business, when I take pictures in my skirts, there has to be an overcast. If there is direct sunlight or if I'm standing in direct sunlight, my pictures turn out horrible. So an overcast is basically a very cloudy day. So if you have a product where you can take pictures outside, go outside when it looks like it's about to rain and take pictures of your product. Another great thing that you can use for photography is a lighting studio. If you go to Amazon.com, there are several different lighting studios that you could use to provide great lighting for your product, especially if you have a little bitty product such as earrings. They actually have light boxes that you could put your jewelry or your makeup kits or your candles in that provide a great source of lighting. And you can have that beautiful all white background that shops normally have. And the last thing about photography is just to use what you have.